Alright, this is the big red midge. I first learned of this pattern from a fishing friend of mine, Craig Davis, who fished it with a lot of success as a winter pattern, and so I'm going to tie it here for you today. We're going to start off with a size 10 scud hook, and I've got a 5/32 bead head to this, as the name implies. It is big. I'm going to give it some additional weight and also shape with this lead under wrap, so just maybe 10 wraps of lead there, and push it forward to get that bead head secure. And I'll just break that off. The thread that I'm going to use is 70 red, and you can adjust the color of the body of this fly by the thread that you use underneath. So by using a red fly, it's going to be more red. If you want to mute the redness, you can either change your V-rib, or you can change the color of your thread to accomplish that. So I'm just going to get this started behind the lead. Take some wraps up to get it nice and secure. And I'm also trying to hide that lead while I do this, so I'm taking it at angles that will start to cover up all that lead material. And when I'm happy with that, then I can just bring it behind and get ready to tie my next piece. And that's, I'm going to use this small V-rib, and this is in an amber color, so I'm going to tie that in right behind the lead, and I'm going to pull it tight so that it's as thin as possible when I tie it in. And now I can start to work on just a little bit of a taper, and primarily just covering up that transition point between the hook shank and my lead material. I also want to cover up any gaps. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to start to just wrap my ribbing up, just keeping them nice and close together. I stretch it a little harder at the start, and as I want to increase the taper of this, if you let it loose, it'll provide more body to it. So now I'm starting to not wrap it quite as hard to get that taper. And I'll bring this up to just behind the bead head there, where I'll start to tie in some of my thorax material. So now I can just take that and clip it. One of the only modifications I made to the original pattern is I tie mine with some flash in it, and just kind of an air bubble. So I take just a regular piece of flash, and I'm just going to tie a loop into this. And if I just take a couple to start, I can pull that down to where I want it. So I don't want anything too extravagant, just something to look like an air bubble, or just give it another piece of visual interest. So now that I'm ready to dub my thorax, and for this I just use a black natural dubbing for the thorax. And let's put that right on my thread. And then just dub that through. And take just a pinch more. And then a couple of turns. And that's it. Like I said, Good midge pattern, works real well in wintertime. It's got a little bit of a piece of flash there for an air bubble. You can pick it out if you like, but that is the big red midge.